Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. When William Ruto was campaigning, he came out strongly as a person who seemingly is going to work and defend the small, medium enterprises. That was his agenda, and they focused more on these people. When we talk about these people, we are talking about Mama Mboga. Small, medium enterprise comprise of border riders. The people who are running those kibandas, restaurants. We are talking about the people who are in tailoring business. You open your shop there, the M-Pesa, and all those ones. You can name all of them. That's how Ruto managed to trap these people on his side. Seemingly, there are those who bought into this idea. We have the rest who stick with Raila Odinga. But as of now, it is William Ruto who is in the State House. That's the man who is in charge of this country. So that means whether you are voting for Raila or Ruto and you are running those SMEs, the man who promised to defend such kind of business is at the helm of power. So seemingly it's like this kind of business people have been sorted out. But seemingly going with what is happening now is like the small, medium enterprise have been trapped. They are being haunted, and now they have been set for slaughter. Most of these people are being targeted, and seemingly some of them are going to be jobless. Ruto is driving Kenyans into poverty. I don't know how secure Kenya will be if many people are going to be jobless, if majority of Kenyans are going to be on the poverty line, where you cannot afford basic needs, where you can't put food on table. It means you are turning country into thuggery. So when people can't afford food, they will literally try to use other means. And what are these other means? It means people are going to be thieves. They will still to live by just eating, and that alone is a threat to security of the country. It's also a threat to the security in terms of paying those loans, because if you don't pay, you are inviting China to come and take over some of the properties in this country. So Ruto in one way is making Kenyans poor, on the other hand, he wants to hand over Kenya to Chinese. And there is a sad story that was shared from West Pokot, where a local tailor is being demanded by KRA to pay to a tune of 1.7 million shillings in tax arrears. Watu wakushona tu nguo kwa hizi vibana ndogo ndogo. Umefungua duka pale, unashonesha nguo. KRA wanakuja wanakuambia, we demand you to pay 1.7 million in tax arrears. All this is happening under William Ruto. That story was also shared in the Kenyans.co.ke. A tailor based in Kapenguria on Thursday, June 2022, lamented that he may be forced to close down his business over a 1.74 million levy. Tailor left stranded after being slapped with a 1.5 headline. And Migirigi also shared this and is trying to reveal something here which is so shocking. Update shocks as KRA allegedly demand cash 1.74 million tax arrears from local tailor in West Pokot. This comes when KRA officers at the Kitengela branch are on the spot over alleged exploitation, demanding bribes from business people, threats and harassment. Look at that. Hii yote inafanyika under the leadership of Pope William Samoei Ruto in the State House. As the president, tukitumia maneno ya Gachagua, the candidate from the church, alisema at least for the first time, the Church of Christ has a candidate. Now we can see Christians and Muslims are suffering under this candidate from the Church of Christ. We continue this story. Joseph Omondi sues women's dress suit and school uniform and says that his business is too small to pay KRA the entire sum. Omondi claims, now the bombshell here, that KRA officers demanded a bribe which he refused to oblige to. He now wants President William Ruto to intervene in the matter. I want to quote him here. This is what he said. My business is suffering as a result of the current economic challenge. If I decide to go to give out collateral for the amount, it will not be sufficient. Where do I even begin? Yani hata akiamua kwenda kuchukua loan to pay this KRA demand of 1.74 million, hata awezi pewa kulingana na biashara ambayo ako nayo, na hata inamaanisha he don't have such kind of saving to raise such amount of taxes to pay. Now KRA is demanding that for 3 years he has not been remitting this money according to the story from KRA. Sasa hapo ndio Ruto amefikisha wa Kenya na hii serikali yake. We are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the people who thought that they might enjoy the economical environment under the stewardship of one William Samoei Ruto are now being exposed to a danger of losing their business, a danger of losing all the investment in the hands of the same individual. So, who will be their savior right now? Saizi Joseph Omondi anapiga kelele, analalamika kule. He's being frustrated under this regime. Why go and target a tailor, just a local tailor? In fact, to some extent, he is even going further to help train local youth within that area just to acquire this knowledge and start on their own to run their own business. Look at that. Mtu ameenda that far to help locals to get knowledge and start business on their own. Then the government that should be helping such people to stand out is the one that is going for them. Now we are hearing on how KRA is frustrating people when Ruto is sitting comfortable in the State House, enjoying. We saw Ruto going to KRA, alikuwa Times Tower. He threatened, he warned KRA staff on involvement in corruption. After warning, what are we seeing? We have heard the stories right from Kitale, whereby KRA officers are intimidating business people, frustrate them, and ask for bribes. If you don't, they slap you with this kind of tax arrears. That has been their strategy. It is their trick they are using. So, if Ruto issued threat, intimidation, and warning to them, why did he waste taxpayers' money, drive all the way in those fuel guzzlers cars, go to KRA and warn people? Then after that, this is what we are being subjected to. Why? Why? He must come out and speak out this issue. It means if Joseph Omondi was going to give that bribe that KRA was asking for, these officers, then we would not see that 1.74 million demand. And you might find out they were demanding for huge money, maybe 100,000. Some of these tailors, if you go and check on the kind of business they are running, you might find they are only having just merely 100,000 stock of business. When we establish biashara ya 1,100 ama 200,000, then someone come and demand for such money. Or maybe your business is just close to 500,000. unashona nguo ya wamama tu na suti na uniform. Na uniform sahihi sasa ni mtu akuja anunua akitaka. So tell me, that business you will find out maybe it's just with a capital of 300,000, 400, 200 or just even 100. How can you raise such kind of taxes? Does it mean they want to eat in your business and go and eat your other properties that is not even involved in such kind of business? So Ruto is leading SMEs, small medium enterprise people into a slaughterhouse. Anataka kuwachinja mchana mkiona tu. Who is helping these KRA officers to bravely ask for bribes in broad daylight? I've been seeing comments every time we upload video, and our viewers are always saying that the fish start rotting from the head. So it means Ruto is leading in front and everyone is following. Look on the issue of the edible oil. 6 billion shillings has gone through a pipe. When the media exposed this, could have come out and intimidated them. He abused them. Then Ruto comes in and defend Kuria. What do you expect? KRS wanaona, si hao pia watafanya the same thing? Ama mmoja anakuwa anaandama kwa sababu ya jina yake pia? Is it a time also they just want to finish other people who did not support them? Or what can we conclude and say? If this is the kind of behavior we are seeing in this government. You kill business, so where are you going to collect taxes next time? Even if he has tax arrears, it can't be this much. Ruto said that they will go in an agreement with the people who did not pay their arrears to find out a way on how they can pay. So KRA officers has to try and use that kind of arrangement. So is this arrangement Ruto was talking about? You ask more than what you are supposed to get. They are using this as a kind of an intimidation to those who don't want to bribe them, so that once they hear such stories, if they ask for a bribe, you give. So you make profit for KRA. When will you realize profit in your business? You wake up and go and work for people. So Ruto is killing business, and sooner than later he will have nowhere to collect taxes. If Joseph Omondi will be allowed to run his business, arrange on how, if he has maybe tax arrears, on how he's going to clear, I think he will continue to run a business and he will be there to pay taxes. In that way, you are helping the government to run the activities through collection of taxes, because the business will be well and live. But when you try to do this, you are silent the SMEs. Where will you collect taxes? After you have killed everyone, where will you collect taxes? Are you not handing Kenya to China? Where will you get money even to bribe those members of parliament you are trying to do?